As more states legalize marijuana, a debate is growing over acceptable levels of pesticide use on cannabis crops. Like any plant, cannabis is susceptible to infestation from garden pests, so cultivators are using pesticides to protect their lucrative crops. But, unlike the food industry, there's no national guidelines to regulate their use on cannabis plants. Last October, marijuana testing firm Steep Hill tested samples of California-grown weed and found that 84% had pesticide residue. More alarming is that 65% of the samples contained hazardous levels of myclobutanol. This pesticide is safe on edible fruits like grapes and strawberries, where it's typically washed off before consumption. But when it's burned, it transforms into hydrogen cyanide, a poisonous chemical that no one should inhale. Unlike California, Oregon has established strict guidelines for regulating pesticide use by cannabis growers. They're so severe that they're causing a crisis for the state's industry, according to consulting firm Whitney Economics. To comply with testing standards, Oregon growers must pay high lab test fees and are often forced to burn plants that fail these tests. The resulting loss of profits could mean bankruptcy for an underfunded weed startup. Currently, there's no definitive research on what levels of pesticide residue are safe in marijuana cultivation. Funding to conduct it is hard to obtain because weed is still federally classified as a Schedule I drug. Now that the Trump administration is in place, the reclassification of marijuana may be delayed for years. It's up to each state that has legalized weed to conduct its own research and create its own guidelines. To make legal marijuana sustainable, a balance must be struck between making it safe for users and keeping it profitable for growers.